successor to the Hubble Telescope, just about ready now to produce images of the universe like we have never seen before.
It's also one of the most complicated pieces of technology ever built. It contains over 3,000 sensors that continuously monitor the status of the hardware, so that technicians on the ground can keep an eye on what's happening.
Believe me, this is true. Looking back 13.35 billion years to the source of light, which is shortly after the Big Bang.
NASA revealed a startling new finding. According to reports, NASA may have discovered a celestial marvel that would profoundly affect people worldwide, regardless of their religious beliefs. After decades of effort, NASA's committed team of astronomers and scientists has finally succeeded in solving the universe's secrets. What is the startling discovery then? Come along as we examine the NASA picture leaks that reveal God's enigmatic metropolis. A fascinating picture has been unearthed from NASA's archives, but it has since reappeared again, creating a stir in the media and generating debate about its implications for both religion and society. Scientists at NASA headquarters were astounded by the Hubble Telescope's photographs on December 26, 1994. A massive white metropolis appears to be hanging in the midst of emptiness on Earth in this depiction, depicting the immensity of space. The NASA crew was taken aback by this revelation and had to cope with the fallout from this global incident. What had they just found out? Perhaps by disclosing his own nature to the world before the significance of the picture became clear, he was able to convey the painting's actual force. Although the news web server is often only used for covert operations, for a brief period of time, the public may have been confused by this. Millions of people all across the world were captivated by the picture as it became viral. However, the U.S. administration moved swiftly to restrict the information's circulation and quell public criticism by declassifying the film. The pictures eventually become public domain in spite of all attempts, making their secrets accessible to the inquisitive public. A photographer at Ellington Airport was able to take these pictures in the middle of the pandemonium, revealing a stunning cosmic scene full of lines, patterns, and designer-like motifs. Professor Ken Wilson of the University of Florida is examining Hubble Space Telescope photographs at a critical juncture in scientific study. Wilson examined the painting's features with a strong magnifying lens in hand, paying particular attention to the mysterious mist that eluded explanation. It is evident from close inspection that the hazy anomaly is unlike anything we have ever seen. Confusion was aroused in the scientific community by its peculiar form. NASA specialists respond promptly to concerns about contamination or lens aberration and verify that the image quality is satisfactory due to the high-quality camera. Following the startling revelation, NASA officials convened an urgent conference to discuss a strategy for recapturing the photograph. Perhaps this time they can pique their curiosity more precisely. In order to concentrate on the enigmas of the cosmos, Hubble's optics have been meticulously rotated and its programming reset to maximum resolution. Scientists throughout the world held their breath waiting for the mission's results. The picture is displayed onto the projection screen as the camera records the deep space scene. The only object that dropped into the lab was a shard of tin that some scientists had shattered. What was once a whirl of fog has become an amazing sight, a gleaming structure with an unexpected futuristic city spanning the entire globe at its center. This edifice is regarded as one of the biggest wonders in the world, since it defies comprehension and imagination. The project as a whole has gained immense popularity on the internet and is even being referred to as God's City by scientists. Many at NASA feel that these theories are more myth than fact, despite the fact that some people think it may symbolize paradise or heaven being in the spirits of the deceased. But is this the city of God's dwelling? Scientists studying photos taken by the Hubble Space Telescope came across an amazing event. They discover that the metropolis is moving in tandem with the galaxy it is traveling through, rather than simply floating in space. This movement abides by the laws established by the universe's expansion and evolution, as well as the fundamentals of the Big Bang hypothesis. Unbelievably, scientists are already researching a number of the city's drawbacks, while accounting for its vast distance from the planet. much like a 3D model fit for a widescreen. They came into an odd phenomenon. In contrast to intelligence, it appears that the world is moving away from the city of God, rather than the cosmos moving away from the observer. Does this imply that the cosmos operates according to a basic principle? Scientists modeled how galaxies moved away from this unexplained event using sophisticated computer models. Like a maze of cosmic riddles, the city of God becomes more and more mysterious with each new discovery. Resolving every component of this puzzle will offer fresh insights into the intricate mechanisms of the cosmos. It is challenging for people to consider the viewpoint of our world that is beyond of their reach and to ponder on the experience of knowing. There was a lot of conjecture that NASA was attempting to conceal the odd photos from public view. Though the motivation for this assertion is still unknown, theories on the causes of this enormous cosmic event have been made. Curiosity has been aroused by the move to outlaw what some view as the most significant scientific paper ever produced, but many concerns about the justification still exist, including the global fear-mongering involved. Given the disclosure of the facts, it is incomprehensible why the government made the choice it did. A deeper look at the graphic exposes several ideas that are beyond natural science's ability to explain. The item in the photo is a construction that has architectural characteristics and resembles a tower dome. This points to the possibility of a sizable extragalactic city with an odd and futuristic layout. Surprisingly, amid the architectural elements are heavenly bodies that resemble angels. Because of their stunning appearance, these brilliant entities were initially thought to be recently found stars. However, further examination showed that they really resemble living things. The discovery's significance was enhanced by a photograph from NASA's space exploration program that showed the sky tinged with orange light. The angel was reportedly seen on camera while in flight close to the star cluster NGC 3532, which is believed to be 3 billion years old. The image depicts the angel, who may have reached a height of 15 meters, with wings and a halo of ethereal mist. Is this the angel's first photo? According to an aerospace expert, the object shown in the Hubble images stood around 15 meters tall and had an airplane-sized wingspan. When they seemed to pose for pictures, their smiles looked relaxed and kind, exuding happiness. Their beaming faces gave off the impression that they were sharing a momentous occasion with the cosmos. It's interesting to note that there are angels present in other circumstances as well. Soviet astronauts had seen similar glowing objects on the Soyuz trip some years earlier, according to a scientist who left Russia in 1985. According to him, there might be a lot of these things in the cosmos that are just waiting to be found by ongoing investigation. There is a good chance that proof for angels may soon be found, and further research with the James Webb Telescope will provide more insight into this enigmatic phenomena. A further degree of mystery was introduced to the tale in 1994, when the angel apparition appeared on the second day of Christmas. It's crucial to time this exposure correctly. Is there a reason why this celestial beauty is seen during regular periods that is connected to concepts of virtue and spirituality? Christmas is a season of coziness, kindness, and spirituality. It fosters a positive environment where the remarkable and sacred may coexist. In this context, the extraordinary picture display of the holiday season illustrates how science, spirituality, and the world's secrets all converge. Published following Christmas, the picture seems to have drawn attention from the public. People frequently become more spiritual after Christmas, which makes them joyful when they experience miracles and heavenly meanings. Events such as this have the power to generate a lot of attention and hasten the story's dissemination to a larger audience. Collaboration and growth ideas are based on the demands of the current season. Regarding the veracity, some agree that NASA has not yet established what the picture's content actually is. As a result, it remains uncertain if the image depicts actual events or is just fiction. However, for decades, the significance of NASA's conclusions about evidence supporting different religions have remained ambiguous. Misinformation spreading. When a second image of Heaven's Gate amid a nebula was posted online in 2016, a similar claim was made. The image's caption spoke to the fact that the researchers' conclusions had several flaws. Interesting traces of light stretching into space adorned depictions of the sky. Upon closer examination, an odd phenomena was discovered. These spikes' strangeness went against the idea of strangeness shown in photos captured by observatories, like the James Webb Space Telescope. Mirrors are known for their diffraction spikes, which are caused by light interacting with the reflector, which includes the primary mirror and the rods. Raising eyebrows, these spikes are frequently observed surrounding brilliant stars, broken by nature in surprising ways across the sky. The more regular contrasts in the photos demonstrate aberrations from the typical Hubble diffraction pattern, in contrast to the cross-shaped, CR-shaped diffraction spikes frequently observed in Hubble photographs. Broken spikes raise questions about the image's provenance, even if they don't fully validate the image. It appears that Hubble was unable to obtain the supposed image of the sky based on the discrepancy between the observed anomalies and those predicted from the Hubble photographs. But later on, the picture's veracity was refuted, and it turned out to be a phony taken by artist Adam Ferris. One photo is of Messier 17, the Cygnus Nebula, taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. Ferris altered the picture using a pixel sorting method to produce what he named Heaven's Gate. Third parties have constructed a narrative that links the artwork to the story of Heaven's Gate, despite the fact that Ferris has not acknowledged the legitimacy of his creations. The description of the sky was also published in World News Weekly, which is not renowned for its spectacular content, under the heading Sky Photographed by the Hubble Telescope. They frequently bring forth ideas like extraterrestrial genetics, half-human hybrids, and half-bats. However, this explanation of the sky is fascinating. NASA intends to come back. NASA experts are occupied with the last adjustments for Hubble in the interim. They made an effort to modify the dimensions in order to fix glass flaws and get better pictures. Reportedly, when astronomers deployed the Hubble telescope to the Earth's edge, they saw floating star cities. In a similar vein, Changchun Mountain's grayscale image appears to be a far-off metropolis or a stunning structure silhouetted against the starry sky. At some angles, bright beams of light shoot into space from the city's environs. Although these elements contribute to the image's beauty, some contend that the placement of the light beams is flawed and that men undermine the image's original intent. This assertion is supported by the fact that distinct brightness patterns are seen in data obtained with space observatories like the Hubble and James Webb Space Observatories. In astronomical imaging, light distortion is frequently seen. Despite the fact that this shift is typically undetectable while seeing big objects like galaxies, because of their brightness, stars are easier to photograph. As a result, the image's legitimacy is called into question by the large number of identical spikes in it. The stories surrounding NASA's investigation of the paradise started to be undermined by this growing skepticism. It raises the potential that the image's source and authenticity are erroneous, even if it does not prove that such photographs exist or that NASA observed this occurrence in the sky. The possibility that the image in issue is a representation of the New Jerusalem or another heavenly entity is quite slim if it is genuinely from someplace. The camera was focused on the star cluster, according to Dr. Mason, the scientist who was purportedly involved in the NASA picture leak. A closer inspection reveals that this utopian city is surrounded by stars, even if expert photography is necessary to confirm the validity of the picture. Because participants in a picture location are restricted, it is still impossible to verify the legitimacy of the location. According to Global News Weekly, Dr. Masson and the scientists and NASA staff that were mentioned in the article contributed to the image's capture. Ironically, though, none of them can be reached anymore, which makes identification challenging or nearly impossible in the absence of direct communication with these people. It's unclear if this picture was taken in the real world. On the other hand, if the image originates from space, its contents could not look like stars, planets, or galaxies. This has given rise to conjecture that it would depict God's celestial metropolis. The Hubble Space Telescope event chronology shows that the refurbishment began in 1993 and was scheduled to be finished by mid-December. NASA published the first return photograph on January 13, 1994, after it was sent to Earth on December 26, 1993. On the 13th, it was launched to Earth. December 2, 1993, saw the launch of Space Shuttle Endeavour, carrying a 7-person crew on a 5-day mission. During this period, the mission might help with the Hubble Space Telescope's finalization and deployment. NASA's Endeavour space shuttle set out on a modified mission to enhance the Hubble Space Telescope's capabilities as part of a major upgrading mission. Among the primary modifications, a star has taken the place of the high-speed indication, and the new WFPC-2 has replaced the wide-angle camera and planet. Furthermore, a number of maintenance tasks were completed, such as hardware and solar panel replacement. December 9 marked the completion of the work. After these modifications and enhancements, NASA unveiled the first photos captured by the upgraded James Webb Telescope. These photos surpass expectations in terms of clarity and resolution, and they represent a critical turning point in the development of the camera. Equipped with improved powers, James Webb set out on a fresh mission to investigate the secrets of the cosmos. HD 44179, a cryptic red rectangle, is one of the most recent finds. This nebula, which is visible through Earth-based telescopes and is viewable through the enhanced lens of the James Webb Telescope, is well known for its distinctive form and color. The past was easy to see. The steps evoke a fantastic sense of the kingdom of heaven, immortalized as the city of God, much like the stairs around the faint star in the nebula. This resemblance inspires more investigation and learning as it highlights the intricacy and mystique of our comprehension of the universe. Carbon cone projections, which quickly explore the complexity of the cosmos and defy traditional knowledge of celestial events, resemble nested wine glasses when viewed from a side angle. Contrary to what one might assume from its name, the red rectangle receives an X-shaped pattern rather than a standard rectangle. The idea of cosmic order, which refers to the universe's dynamic and ever-changing nature, was born out of this surprising geometry. A dead star in the middle of the red rectangle is peeling back its layers to expose a heavenly show of rebirth and metamorphosis. The nebula is changed by this process into a distinctive double conical shape that symbolizes the enigmatic activity in God's city. We are reminded of the intricacy of the cosmos by the relationship between the central stars and their environs, which demonstrates the interaction of cosmic events. Both the city of God and the red rectangular nebula provide an amazing and frequently unexpected perspective of the universe, despite their apparent differences. Whether celestial or not, the mystique of space draws people in millions of galaxies across. The James Webb Telescope, an amazing piece of contemporary technology, is the cause of this fascination. So how does this incredible apparatus function within the atmosphere of Earth? James Webb possesses outstanding clarity that is unaffected by the many types of ground glass. It can obtain clear spectra and high-resolution photos by using the brightness of the star as it revolves around the Earth every 97 minutes. Currently, the James Webb Space Telescope is attempting to go back in time to the galaxy's creation. The camera was positioned almost 13 billion light-years distant in order to accomplish this, allowing it to focus on galaxies that are near the edge of its field of vision. James Webb employs a huge mirror with a diameter of around 6.5 meters to accomplish this. In order to provide a more accurate image, the mirror's size is maintained. As a result, it may catch intricate features of far-off heavenly objects like the city of God. Just like a large bucket holds more water during a shower than a small bucket, so too can James Webb gather more light with a larger mirror. Unprecedented difficulties arise in manufacturing a mirror this size, particularly in transportation to the location. He required a new method to make sure the mirror's strength was maintained and its weight stayed within specified bounds. James Webb cannot be measured by the 2.4-meter mirror of the Hubble Space Telescope. Consequently, because of its superior strength-to-weight ratio, the team decided to use beryllium as the primary glass ingredient. Every beryllium mirror is 20 kilograms in weight and is carved from one piece. James Webb offers unmatched image quality because of the careful balancing act between weight and durability. Thanks to this breakthrough, James Webb may now conduct research at a level that was previously unreachable for space observatories. James Webb's significant contribution to the advancement of astronomical science is reflected in its need for regular observations. The world's astronomers are getting ready to benefit from James Webb's state-of-the-art capabilities. Another issue is getting the glass orientated properly so that, once blasted into space, it can plainly view distant galaxies. Actuators are tiny mechanical motors that hold the key to the answer. Every mirror portion, including the primary and secondary mirrors, has 6 fixed actuators behind it. These aid in the necessary adjustments that must be made in order to receive approval. To guarantee a smooth transition, put actuators in the middle of the first portion to change the tilt of each mirror. The third mirror stays still at the same moment, signifying the end of the mirror manipulation procedure. Nevertheless, there are more difficulties in keeping the Weber mirror at the proper temperature. Webb must operate in the infrared spectrum in order to view the brilliant infrared light generated by the most distant stars and galaxies. The telescope has to be colder than the objects in the Hubble Space Telescope in order to prevent interference from infrared radiation, which hot things emit. As a result, -220 degrees Celsius cryogenically cooling is applied to the Weber mirror. It takes this bitterly frigid temperature to regulate how well the optical lens detects infrared radiation from far-off objects. Far from Earth's warmth, Webb was dispatched into outer space to create and sustain this icy habitat. In addition to shielding the glass and equipment from the sun's heat, the sunshade is a crucial component in the efficient heat insulation process. This superb thermal control keeps the Weber mirror at the proper temperature, allowing us to see into the most ancient and enigmatic phenomena on Earth. However, his actual record goes beyond simply traversing the globe. It depends on intricate communication. The camera transmits its views to an orbiting research and data relay satellite system satellite at the start of this cosmic broadcast. From this point on, the signal travels to Earth and touches down there. The James Webb mission's strong sense of global collaboration is another draw. This is a partnership between NASA and the European Space Agency in addition to a NASA program. An example of human creativity and space exploration engagement is the James Webb Telescope. Collaborations and technological advancements help us comprehend the world more fully. Every new discovery we make about our cosmic journey represents humanity's insatiable curiosity and ongoing effort to solve the universe's secrets. Investigating the secrets of the cosmos and our beginnings marks a significant advancement in human investigation of these domains. With the use of his sophisticated tools, Webb explores the cosmos past, exploring everything from the early stages of the Big Bang to stars, planets, and intricate systems that resemble planets, such as our Sun. Webb, who is fascinated by cosmic time, can see infrared light and has reached 13.5 billion years. Because of its exceptional sensitivity to infrared light, astronomers are able to compare the weakest and oldest galaxies with more contemporary cosmic features like spiral and elliptical galaxies. With the use of this comparison, Webb was able to demonstrate how galaxies gradually changed over thousands of years. Additionally, Webb is the most adept at penetrating nebular clouds, which are invisible to powerful observatories like the Hubble Space Telescope. Webb's discovery of the intricate mechanism behind the formation of stars and planets behind the dust veil improved our knowledge of the universe's history. Thanks for watching another episode. While you're here, you can watch more space-related video.